Prime Minister tours corporate area Roadworks, announces that the island is almost at 44% of its 50% energy mix target, and secures the extension of St. Andrew South state of emergency. You're watching Jamaica House Weekly. I'm Anthony Morgan. The details next.
We cannot go into back to school period with this road work. So I am saying clearly now to NWA, to China Harbour, we have to finish by the 1st of September.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness's charge as he toured roadworks in the corporate area Sunday. Construction at 3 Miles, Hagley Park, Constant Spring Road and Manor Park are ongoing. While on the tour, the Prime Minister was informed that works on one of the 2 bridges at 3 Miles were completed. The other bridge is being prepared for paving, while the approaches to the bridges are being readied. Works are also progressing along Constant Spring and Manor Park. Mr. Holness says the roadworks will lead to greater integration and interconnectivity within the island's economy and industries.
An entire market force has now been unleashed by the development of this, and you're going to see the transformation happen very soon. You're going to see people making greater investments in their property to expand them, to improve them, and you're going to see new industries taking a keener look at Jamaica. So these kinds of infrastructure will actually improve Jamaica's attractiveness as a place for doing business.
The Prime Minister also got a first-hand look at new water mains and telecommunications lines being installed along the roadways.
But what we're doing is being proactive. We're laying the pipes around the bridge so that when we get to lay those pipes, which I announced in Parliament a few months ago, which will be started either late this year or early next year, we won't have to interrupt again the works here or dig up the road again.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the island is closer to meeting its target of supplying 50% of its energy with renewables by 2030. He made the pronouncement Friday as he commissioned New Fortress Energy's liquefied natural gas floating storage and regasification terminal off the coast of Old Harbour. The first of its kind in the Caribbean, the $1 billion floating storage will supply 190 megawatts of low-cost, environmentally friendly fuel to several facilities through its pipeline. Facilities to be supplied include the soon-to-be completed Jamaica Public Service Old Harbour Power Plant, Jamaica Alumina Refinery, the UWI Mona Campus, Caribbean Broilers and Appleton.
We are demonstrating that we can put in place the necessary investment, build the infrastructure that both reduces the cost to the consumer, but also, most important, reduces the cost to the environment. And I think this is a very good example of that. It's a win-win for all of us.
Back in Kingston Friday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness witnessed a demonstration of the power of compressed natural gas CNG. Mr. Holness rode on a CNG-powered Jamaica Urban Transit Company bus from his office to the Terranova All-Suite Hotel. The bus is part of a 6-month pilot project to supply 5 of its buses with CNG. In Parliament Tuesday, the Prime Minister made a case for an extension of the state of emergency in South St. Andrew, saying the special security measure has been effective in curtailing crime. According to Mr. Holness, communities that have benefited from states of emergency have seen up to 26 fewer murders. He also used recent statistics which show that the island's murder rate was at 726, more than half of the 1,287 murders committed in 2018.
If we continue to use this strategy in a selective way, give ourselves 5 to 7 years, and we can bring our murder rate down to 16 per 100,000 or 500. And then after that, you would be in a position, we would then, Mr. Speaker, be in a position to now use conventional methods to maintain that and reduce crime fully.
44 of the 63 members of Parliament voted to extend the St. Andrew South state of emergency until October 5. Earlier in the day, the Prime Minister visited students of the Special Needs Department at Liberty Academy. He told school administrators that the Ministry of Education was very sensitive to the needs of children who learn differently. Mr. Holness said the ministry has engaged government and private institutions to accommodate children with special learning needs. Mr. Holness added that the Education Ministry was actively building out centres across the island to include one at the College of Agriculture, Science and Education in Portland to serve children with special needs.
Government is very sensitive towards special needs education and towards providing the service. We acknowledge that we are not at the service level that we should be, but we are going to be increasing our budget. Indeed, this year we have increased the budget significantly for special needs education.
Word came Saturday that Kenya's president, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, would be the island's special guest as the nation celebrates its 57th anniversary of independence. In a news release, the Office of the Prime Minister said President Kenyatta's state visit will be used to strengthen bilateral relations between Jamaica and Kenya. Attention would be paid to trade and investment, as well as tourism, education, sport and culture. The president's itinerary includes a wreath laying at the shrine of national hero Marcus Garvey, courtesy calls on the Governor-General and the Leader of the Opposition, a tour of Denby with Prime Minister Andrew Holness, and witnessing grand gala celebrations at the National Stadium. Mr. Kenyatta's 3-day visit to the island will start on August 5. On Saturday night, the Prime Minister was in the second city to support the greatest reggae show on earth, Sumfest.
I've never seen this level of crowd, but the atmosphere is also great. And when you're getting the stats on the views from what is being live streamed and broadcast on other media, it's clear that this festival, this music festival celebrating reggae, has been taken to another level.
Earlier in the day in Kingston, Mr. Holness paid his final respects to former Chief of State Protocol, Ambassador Eleanor Felix. Ambassador Felix died on July 7, 8 days shy of her 71st birthday. And that's it for Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us again next time for more news stories coming out of the Office of the Prime Minister.